Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're going to be taking a run at the Decathlon event for Emblem Standard. So the Decathlon is a kind of tournament that's going on all January. You play different events, you get tokens. If you get, I think, 3 tokens, you get to play in the finals. 7 tokens gets you 2 entries to the finals. And then in the finals, you can win 1 set, so 1 printing, 1 copy of each cards in the new Phyrexia set, along with wild cards and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun to try out the different game modes. So this is standard with a token that basically gives you 3 artifacts throughout the course of the game. It's pretty close to normal standard. It's kind of silly. I thought they would do it where you get to, a lot of these like digital emblems, they say choose one that hasn't been chosen the last turn. But once you kind of go through each of these, it's done. So you only get 1 treasure token, 1 clue token, 1 food token in any order. I played 2 games already, and I'll show you the deck I'm playing. I wanted to approach it where I was anticipating some copies of Anvil being played since you get the free artifacts. Because it's largely going to be standard's heavily situated with aggressive decks, soldiers, mono red, kind of various piles, blue and white, blue-white soldiers, white soldiers, mono red, there's like various Rakdos, mono black aggro, stuff like that. So this is a list that I featured in the meta breakdown this past week that I tweaked a little for the format. So this one was sitting around like 60-odd% in Mythic rank, and it is a kind of self-looting, and we're basically cheating into play Portal to Phyrexia. So we have a number of ways now, especially with the treasure token, it gets you ahead on mana, so we could potentially turn 4 Portal to Phyrexia with this deck. So what we're trying to do is with like Faithful Mending, Fable the Mirror Breaker, the Elder Dragon War, discard copies of Portal to New Phyrexia, or 1 to the Multiverse, or Cityscape Leveler, or the Sanctuary Warden, and then bring it back with Repair Recharge to kind of cheat it into play that way. We have access, so I tweaked the list, so I went down in a gate, I went down a Bank Buster, and then I went up a Brotherhood's End and a Sanctuary Warden. I wanted to have 1 additional threat in here, and then this Brotherhood's End's been really, really good in the games. I blew up all their artifacts in an Anvil matchup, cleared out their board of like Wormlets and stuff. Wormlet's actually pretty solid if you get it on turn 1. But otherwise the deck, we got Wandering Emperors. We have just a lot of incidental ways to draw cards, gain life, and clear the board, and then eventually win with Portal or a Sanctuary Warden. So 2 wins on the board. We got to get to 7 before we get to 3 losses. So we'll give this a shot. I did do a weekly meta breakdown a couple days ago for the best of 1 format. So if you want deck ideas, you can check that out. I'll link it in the video description. But I'll do a standalone video based on some lists that folks have been playing for this format specifically, and kind of take it from there. I think this is fine. I could get out turn 2 Fable. We'll get a treasure token first. We'll lead there. So this is probably Esper Midrange. I think getting out the Fable early has some utility. Go Clue next. They could have like Negate. I think I'm just going to pass here. I don't really have anything to copy. I could Faithful Mending here. And this way, if they have like Shieldred, I could get around it. I don't know how controlling the opponent's build is. Okay, so we got Right to Repair here. I think I'm just going to put away a land here. Get the food token. Probably just Fable. I guess what I can do is, I'm still a mana short though, so I think we just go Fable here. Because I could try to get Wandering Emperor to get into a counter, but I think we just try to get the resources out of them. If Fable resolves, then we have 2 options here. They might be on a more controlling version of Esper. And now here I have multiple threats that they need to deal with. The Fable, this will kind of flip my things. Gonna get rid of the Sunset Revelry. I think we keep Elder Dragon War. Okay, so they grasp here. I think I'm just going to pass the turn. Because I'm going to bait out with this Wandering Emperor, because then if I could get one with the Multiverse out, then we're happy. Main phase Memory Deluge suggests lands. Probably should have tried to sneak this in, because if they go land here, okay, so that resolved. The nice thing is we do have like somewhat of a fair game plan. Okay, so I got the portal. I think here, in case they have a sweeper, they might have something like Farewell. Given that they might have Farewell, I think we just draw a card here. So I could Elder Dragon War here. Deals 2 damage, but if they Farewell, they sweep up everything. I think we're just going to pass the turn here. They're kind of forced to Farewell. Fine. These portals aren't going to do a huge amount. So probably just a Ganjo here. They haven't really shown us creatures. So again, I think this turn I'll do the Elder Dragon War. I want to try to get a Farewell out of them. Just gonna go all the modes. 2 damage is 2 damage. Oh shit, that kills my thing. That was dumb. That was dumb. I needed to do this before I made the token. I think this is the first time I've ever cast this card. Just gain the life here. I think we'll keep one land. Then I think we just do this, kind of power it out, get rid of this other land. I get a 4/4 next turn. Wonder if they're on Hullbreaker Horror. Might have been right to hold off. We're overextending into Farewell pretty hard here. I guess Farewell also deals with my graveyard, which is kind of unfortunate. Hopefully they don't have it. Yeah, that looks like farewell. So I shouldn't have made the token there because now I don't get the Wandering Emperor ability. Obviously, we built our deck to be more for the creature matchup. Running into creatureless control for the most part is not great here. So I'm going to do this so they don't gain life.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa, and I will protect my people. We must protect the people.
And then I can always just bring back Wandering Emperor. I can hardcast like Cityscape Leveler at this point. That's annoying.
Just as delightful as speeding things up. I've got some time tinkering to do.
Gotta kill that. So they did have an Emperor of their own.
You'll be safe.
Jeez, we're flooding.
Almost sad to see you go. Keep watch for it.
Just gonna hold the lands at this point because we can discard them. We're in a pretty rough spot at this point. Their deck's better equipped to deal with our deck. Everything in our deck gets hit by Fable. I guess Sunset or Farewell. So that turn we just overcommitted. And then them having Memory Deluge just helps a lot because it can refill their hand. So this one's probably going to be chopped up as a loss. One with the multiverse helps, but I assume at this point even said they probably have
And some think time only flows in one direction.
enough answers in their hand.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Probably take out Wandering Emperor if we can. Farewell's not really going to do much for us.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Okay, so we got rid of an Emperor.
Guess that's it then.
Siphon Insight's going to be annoying. They can take my Leveler. Problem here is even something like Brotherhood's End does a good job. They can get their own Brotherhood's End. They can hard cast Portal at this point. Doesn't get a huge amount back, but gives them some value. Oh, this looks like they got a repair recharge.
I'm not overconfident.
I'm just going to go to the next one. I'm not really going to do much at this point, and I don't want to spend like 20 minutes. We want creature matches. The deck that's just all answers in card advantage is not the matchup for us. Because our top end doesn't actually win. They're going to be able to exile our Cityscape Levelers. They'll be able to deal with our Angels. Okay, this hand looks good. Start with a food token. So depending on what we see this first turn, will indicate whether or not I want the treasure token this turn to get an early Fable out. In Grixis, I am going to go treasure token. Let's just get this going. I have enough looting effects that we can get rid of some of the big things. Plus, I'd want to get my card draw elements out of the way earlier. The thing is with Grixis, they'll sometimes play a Braid, which is good against my Portal. And then we got to be mindful of Make Disappear. Okay, go for the Throat. Okay, so we have the multiverse here. We'll probably just Faithful Mending from our graveyard this turn. It's more mana efficient to keep the cheaper ones up for a later turn. I mean, probably not hard casting that, so... Could Brother's Hood end here, but I kind of want to get the card draw this turn. Because I can also have Make Disappear, which I can't counter. I could have Wandering Emperor to put the power higher there. That was probably the line. It's fine. I need this Wandering Emperor to catch Shieldred. I'm gonna go into full control here. Because if they counter, yeah, so they had the negate. That's fine. We want to get that out of them. They'll usually play like 1 to 2 copies. We could have tried to sneak it down that previous turn. It does take them off the treasure, which might have been right. It's just annoying. Like I was playing earlier, no creatures. Just gonna dig this turn, I think. They're on the cut downs. They're probably not on a braids. Just gonna gain a life this turn. I don't know what I want to bin yet, so I want them to kind of make the first move. This mana base, they could have Invoke Despair. Could see Make Disappear, so that's why I want to play around it.
You started this fight, but I'm going to. Let your blade do the talking.
A lot of lands here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Farewell's pretty big. So we're not going to want to hit graveyards just yet. Could attack, exile everything, but I think we wait.
Strike fast and strike hard.
I have a Ganjo anyways, so that helps. We are 3rd through our deck, no right repair. Because they won't have a clean way unless they're in a Invoke deck to be able to take off my Multiverse. The double swamp suggests that they're the Invoke build. Okay, so them using a Braid there is actually pretty solid for us. These Grixis lists, I think, usually play... I want to see how many Braids they usually play. Let's let them pick what they want here. Yeah, so it's interesting because most actually don't play Negate, at least in best of one. They play 3 Make Disappears, so I'm letting them choose now because that gives me some information. Okay, so they have the Abrade. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Artifacts, enchantments. Do we do it? I think we have to try here. Artifacts, enchantments, creatures. They have Make Disappear, they got us. I don't know if I can wait another turn. Yeah, I had to Make Disappear. So that does get that out of the yard. Yeah, and then we get hit by Invoke Despair. They're just... We have yet to see any of our actual payoff cards. And they have the Abrade in hand, which is also annoying, but I have 7 mana. Can I get a repair? Come on. This is very frustrating. Thank you. So this lets me play around the first one. I can get some value. They can Wandering Mine with Kiki here. I can potentially just get another counterspell out of them, and it helps me dig for another copy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can also just start hard casting portals. Okay, they have make disappear. So I know that they're going to counter it, but I need to force them to tap out. So if I draw another copy of Portal or a Right Repair, I can cast it, and then we're in a good spot. Portal's 9% of my deck. I have 18%. There's a lot of good bombs here. Portal's actually pretty wild here. Brotherhood's End also does a nice job. Okay, so we're at parity now. They have a loot, they have more cards in hand, but them being on Corpse Praiser is a little worse for them. Okay, so they invoke here for no value. They have the Bank Buster. Brotherhood's End is actually pretty solid here. Clean up all this stuff. Staple's fine. This can help me dig a little deeper. So we're out of counter spells. We only play the one negate. Seen a good number of lines. I think there's only half the lines in our deck left. They're at 27 cards. We're at 32. I have these Faithful Mendings that also gain me life. I haven't seen Sheoldred out of them. That card is concerning. Oh, jeez. They're just on like solo Invoke Despairs. That's the third Invoke. I think we're just passing the turn here. I need to find a payoff. 1 make disappear, 2 make disappear, 1 negate. I mean, there are 22 cards. Elder Dragon War, but we're probably just going to go Right Repair. And I think this turn... Okay, so they've gone through 3 Invokes. This gives me some card advantage off the top, and I could potentially cast Portal for free. Okay, that's a good start. Cast Portal here for free. Could have a Braid here, but this just lets me play a bunch of cards off the top of my library. And now, like, I still have access to 3 portals in here, Sanctuary Warden. Not a bad turn. Looks like they have the Abrade. That's fine. The Fable's actually low-key really good here for me because it's an enchantment that I can sack. if they draw their last Invoke Despair. They're at 19 cards. I got rid of Go for the Throat. I actually think this version might not be on, because we're taking 4 here. A little annoying. 5. I do have 2 Sunset Revelries. So we have access to burn down the house, right repair. I get the card draw. Yeah, so they're kind of going all in here. They're at 16 cards. I'm at 24, so I actually don't want these lands. I'm going to deal 3 damage here. Get rid of all these threats. So I can go Warden here for free. I'll take off 1 counter here. The reason being, if they have Invoke Despair, I want to have a creature to sack to it. I still burn down the house, which would be good. Still have these 2 Sunset Revelries, which should gain me life. I have a Leveler to blow up stuff. 3 portals. They're digging. They have Corpse Appraiser. Down to 10 cards, we're at 19. I'm gonna exile the Bankbuster if they attack with it. And they're digging for that Invoke. I think here I get this out.
I've learned much during my travels.
We'll make a Samurai this turn.
Keep watch for intruders.
Another Sanctuary Warden's really good. Oh, and we got Portal. That was a sick game. Holy. Multiple counter spells are able to battle through it. One with the multiverse just hard carrying us that game. See how long these games go. Hopefully we run into more creature decks. So keep. Because I have burn down, I'm comfortable with doing that. Because if it's an aggressive deck, I can just sweep. Icy Mountain. Gonna go food token first. The reason being, this first turn, if they have like some weird shatter effect, I don't want them to shatter my treasure. The Grixis deck typically doesn't play basic mountain. Got another counterspell deck. So we can do this, try to bait. Oh, this is probably the ramp deck. That's fine. We have Exile here for like the skittering invasion. They already used a treasure. Farewell's also really good against them. Brotherhood End, so we're gonna dig for probably Brotherhood's End. Words, do you use them? So, cycle here. Really expecting more creature decks, and that might be a reason not to play some of these. Okay, so you negate that. It's actually a good sign, because now I ruin them. I could wait a turn. Nah. I think doing that's worthwhile. Because now I could Wandering Emperor next turn. I can bait out with the Wandering Emperor and then drop Fable. Got some options here. I could just have Burn here. But again, if they're using the stuff here, it's advantageous. I think we do this. Because we're just going to go Sanctuary Warden. I didn't want to go all in on one of those. And I want to keep this to clear up Skittering Invasion. This can also bait out if they have a sweeper. They'll want to use it now. And then that way my Sanctuary Warden, yeah. Oh, it hits my thing, so that was going to die anyways. Just get rid of you. Okay, Portal's pretty nice. So I'm at 7 mana here. Brotherhood's End's really well positioned in this format. I'm gonna attack in. So this deck probably can't really deal 5 damage without access to burn down the house, which they can't cast it off this anyways. Okay, so they're on Make Disappear, so that's something we need to be mindful of. One, two, three, four, five, six. So I can 8 next turn, play this, play Burn Down the House for free. Now we get him this way.
I've learned much during my travels. We've got the edge in this fight.
Now we got him. Just tons of damage. Burn down the house for more damage. Fable can copy it. There was no kind of wrong way at that point. Opponent missed some lands, but I think that turn taking him off their resources proved to be pretty huge. So 3 wins before we get 2 losses. That Esper matchup was tough, but I don't think we were winning that anyways. My deck's not really built to beat that. Okay, so double Elder Dragon War is good to get for an aggro deck. If not, it can bin copies. So again, I am going to start with Food Token this turn. Then I'll go Clue Token next turn, and then Treasure Token last. Yeah, so this Elder Dragon War should come in handy. And then we can set up the right repair to get back one with the multiverse. Mono red seems a little ambitious because your opponent always has access to 3 life extra. Okay, so we have the Swift Sphere. We're just going to draw a card here. That's fine. We'll take 2 next turn. They still have access to their treasure. I do want to sweep, so it does make it a little awkward. The fact this has the counter is annoying. Ooh, Sunset Revelry is really good. I'll take my treasure token. So this buys me 2 turns. I can block. This means that they have to kind of overcommit to the board. This Elder Dragon War could come down. It's fine. We'll sweep up here. Jaya ya ya ya. Make a monk.
And I'm here to taught them everything they know.
Fortunately, I do need to take 1 point of damage here, but it does somewhat clean up the board. And then I can bin this, reanimate this, and then Wandering Emperor away the Swift Sphere. Pretty aggressive line.
Go on. Impress me.
Okay, so I'm gonna discard just you, I think. I also have access to 3 life here. Could Elder Dragon War again, but once during each of your turns.
Run away.
Okay, you just be
You're done.
Sacrificial Lamb here. We're gonna need to deal damage to this. I guess I can also just Otawara it. Kind of resets the clock here till I can find one of my big spells.
Taught them everything they
Because I can Dragon War their battlefield. For free, potentially. And then that lets me dig for Portal. Yeah, I go after that. I'll have a 4/4 here.
I'll be back.
Farewell. I don't think I want to cast this just yet. We're gonna do this. Because this basically time walks them for the turn. Gonna gain my 3 life here. And like I can hit with Jaya now.
know what's happened to all my enemies? They're disgraced. Oh, the experience will do you good.
Puts me up to 13. Just getting to see the most amount of cards here. They can hit me for 3. I can cast a second portal. I can also just come with a negate. This way they can't really attack me. So I think we just let Jaya live this turn. It's not great, but they're kind of desperate here.
It's better than most people plan.
I think I largely just want to keep my life total as high as possible. Because next turn I'll get... I guess everything's been exiled.
Now you can tell everyone you beat the Jaya Ballad.
Just get a whole bunch of fables going. They don't really have creatures, which is kind of annoying. Okay, you 3 me. Cityscape's a nice one for next turn. So I can... Enters the battlefield, so I can cast it for free. Oh, I could just reanimate it and cast... So what's in my graveyard? So I can do 2. Oh no! Ah, shit. Okay, we're done anyways. I thought you can cast, I forgot it was 3 or less. I was gonna do Right Repair. Ended up not mattering too much, but I insulated my life total there nicely. Okay, 2 more wins. The Jai is kind of annoying there, but we could see how... And that red deck's more burn, I would say, than creature heavy. Like, we can't reanimate a Kumano. When it goes first, I have little to no interaction. My mana base is kind of terrible. Think we mulligan. Mind you, yeah, we keep around these parts. Fable makes everything better, right? Soldiers. Okay, so we're definitely gonna try to get up to... Would really love an untapped land. This farewell is gonna be the make or break for us. Thalia on turn 2 would also be annoying. Ah, darn. Brotherhood's End. Okay, Portal to Phyrexia might save us. Super slow hand. I should have mulled. Brotherhood End, 1 time. Fable doesn't do it. So it's 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm exactly dead. Yep. Should have ult. On the play, I think we're okay. And actually, Harbin was the annoying thing there. They get flying, so the Fable token doesn't block. That's annoying. Should have mulled. Even if we were just able to play something out on 2. Okay, sounds better. So you lead on this, 1, 2. Have Repair Recharge going. Be a creature deck. Mono white soldiers. Okay, Portal's got text. This Elder Dragon Brother War thingy might come in clutch. Guardian's annoying. Ooh, we hit Farewell as well. So we might have to just sweep here. Okay, I'm going like super all in is really good for us. So bin these two. And really we just want to hit lands here. So they do have 2 Yotians that they could bring back from the graveyard, but then I get to repair recharge the portal. And if they do that, that's their whole turn. They do get to hit me for 6. Actually, I don't get to repair recharge next turn because I'm short the mana. But I can gain another 3 life here. And then okay, so I'm down to 5. They are like slowly running out of gas. And just gaining the 3 here. Fable's actually good. Honestly, I think this turn we're just gonna draw a card and gain the life. The life has more utility to me. It's a good sign. I want to see what we draw here. Ooh, burn down the house is nice as well. They have 2. I get my portal back next turn. And then thank you. We done here, friend? And this deck doesn't really have reach. They could have laydown, which deals with the dragon, but now I just get like Guardian and Nubenalia. Yeah, that's fine. I will take this Guardian. I will take this. And now I can gain life. I have these. They're going to have a hard time. Oh, they have Brutal Cathar. See if they fall for the Brutal Cathar block. We are just gonna Wandering Emperor if needed. I think here, just gonna insulate my life total a bit. Just attack with everything. We're the aggressor at this point. Because even if they block, I just get their thing back, which has a lot of value. I'm just doing this so this doesn't flip. I can burn down if I want. Another Brutal Cathar. Okay, I think we're done now, friend.
I am the Emperor of Kandor, and I have got new moves to teach you. Big mistake.
And a Ganjo. Let's do this. Make the devils.
Remember your training.
Think we got this. All right. So if we didn't screw up that last game against soldiers, boss battle, boss battle. All right, let the portal. Give me mono white humans or soldiers. Give me blue-white soldiers, honestly, even as well. Just let me be on the play. You go first. I think we keep. We got all the engine pieces, we just need lands, and we're likely to find lands, he says optimistically. We really just like a land. So I can treasure, like hang on to the treasure, perfect. It's a little awkward. Well, they can't They could Shieldred this turn. Oh no, they're Anvil. They could still be Shieldred though. Which sucks. Gonna have to take some damage. I think I want the treasure here. Let's see if they get greedy and attack. So, okay, I think I know what I need to do here. I'm gonna do this. Make the 3/3 attack. They block with Shelly. We needed something other than Leveler.
I hope you're ready to lose. We must protect the people.
So we do this.
We've got the edge in this fight.
They don't take it. We do this. It cleans up their whole board. Yeah, we probably have to do this. Because then I can discard if needed. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. I can also just hard cast the Leveler next turn. We find a land. It might be inclined with Shieldred to attack. Which also works out for us. Now my Wandering Emperor. Ooh, we'd be taking some damage. That's the only thing. To loot, so we're probably not looting, all things considered. Oh, Farewell is nice. Okay, so 1, 2, not quite enough. Artifacts, creatures. Artifacts and creatures. I want to keep my graveyard intact. This does set me back a bit on lands. But I have repair, recharge. I can get back this leveler. Okay, that's good. I have my dragon now.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
This is a cast trigger. This kind of pseudo ramps us anyways, which is nice. And now I have a lot of different threats, even if I doubt they're on Invoke Despair, if they're on Anvil. Ah, eaten alive. Okay, so we're definitely gonna set up for this Portal of Phyrexia.
Strike fast and strike hard.
I just don't want to take chances with Shieldred. Got there! Portal's too much. Too much. Alrighty, so listed what we wanted it to do. Definitely think it's a good choice. You might want like another copy of what's it called? This format's quite aggressive. You're a little slow, so Sunset Revelry could be another addition. Even with this, I would probably do 2 copies, like 1 copy of this, go up the full Brotherhood's End. In the matchups where it was relevant, it helps with that in that sense as well. But let me know what you think in the comments if you get there, and then I'll do a list with all the decks for it. In any case, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you have a great one, and stay safe out there.